Before I kick this day off, I want to give a shout out to everyone that has supported my airbrush work, and I want to make sure that I say these words because it's not said enough to everybody. Thank you. I really appreciate all of the work that you have given me because what you have given me allows me to eat, take care of my bills, and get other things in order. But mainly, thank you because you trusted me, and I can never thank you enough. This video is going to go on my Facebook page as well as my YouTube page, the We Ride for a Cure page. If you are in need of advice, any advice dealing with health, I have worked on creating a small society of people that are in need of health advice. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medicinal practitioner, I'm a survivor of colon cancer, and the stories that I give you are based upon my own experiences. Please don't deny going to the doctor to get yourselves checked out. But I also say take time for yourself. All right, so hopefully I got enough on this phone. I need to clean it up. I want to tell you all a story about when I was in the hospital the first time in 2014 and the statement that was said to me that helped fuel a brand called We Ride Biker for Life. I'm historically the first African American slash Aboriginal slash Black biker artist, the first to display real biker stories in art, promoting the Black community that are some of the greatest bikers, inventors, creators on the planet. This is the story, and I hope that I inspire you. The first time that I was hospitalized, less than 48 hours later, I had a visitor, and the visitor came in and they asked me what was I going to do when I got out of the hospital. Mind you, 23 days before this, I had just separated from now my ex-wife. No pun, no ill will, anything. This is just an example of triumph. When I told this person I'm going to do this We Ride thing because that was the first year that I brought it out and I started seeing success, I remember the person saying to me, who's going to follow a t-shirt movement? Now, mind you, they just saw me the night before. I was a bloody mess. I didn't know what was going on with me, and they still didn't know what was going on with me. Till 2 weeks later, I found out that I had cancer. And if you can imagine starting something that began to pick up and people were supporting you and you just got your first customers and you start seeing some money come in, you're excited. And to see a person that you wanted them to be a part of it, but they really didn't want to be a part of it because they didn't really believe in you and they said something that was extremely cruel. And maybe one day they'll realize the cruelty of what they said. As I sat there when they left, I just got really depressed. I was already depressed already because I'm going through some things and I was supposed to be in Florida at this time, starting a new gig, starting over. Well, when I get to the evening, I was watching a congressional meeting. I'm in the hospital, Roseland Hospital to be exact. There was a congressional meeting and the man spoke and he's talked about when he was starting his first business in lawn care as a teenager before he went to college. It started to show perspective. It started to show that it can make money. And for a young man to work for himself and make money, that's a huge, huge goal that so many of us have not been able to see come into reality. Well, at this time, though he was working, it really wasn't making the profits that he wanted to meet. He wanted to reach. He wasn't getting enough clientele, etc. But he kept going. Into his third year of college, the money wasn't coming in like he wanted. He wasn't making a real profit, and he's thought about quitting and just putting it up and doing something else. At that very moment before he made that decision, before he started his fourth year in college, he told his father. And right as he explained what he was going to do to his father did something, and I want you to pay attention to this. As I'm watching this, he says that his father stopped him and told him, listen to me Before you do anything else, listen to what I'm about to say to you. And what he said was, if you quit, they win. Who? Everyone that didn't believe that what you were doing was going to be successful. I hope somebody hears what I'm saying. When I heard those words and what he said afterwards, he kept going and he still has that business. His family runs the business while he's in Congress. That motivated me to get up when I got out that hospital. And for 2 weeks, I got back on the road pursuing my dream. 2 weeks later, I found out that I had colon cancer. But that made me even more ambitious. And thus the term came out of my spirit when I said to God, with everything I got going on, you give me this shit, fuck you, I'm not dying. War, motherfucker, bring it. That was almost 12 years ago. I'm still here. 12 years later, We Ride Biker for Life has hit the entire United States, including 5 countries, over 60 episodes, 72 murals, which only was supposed to be 7, and a clothing line that continues to expand, and a fan base with so much love that I get. So to the person that said, who's going to follow a t-shirt movement, you know who you are, and you know the answer to that question. By the way, if this story motivated you, I did my job. Remember, if you quit, they win. Don't let somebody tear you down because they're too scared to try what you are not afraid to try. You'll never know how far you'll go. I'm still working it out. I'm still getting all the kinks out and everything, but I made the effort. And for everyone that has supported me, on behalf of We Ride Biker for Life, on behalf of TB Customs Airbrush by Surf, thank you all, thank you all, thank you all for supporting my brand, hiring me to do airbrush work, hiring me to do tattoos, hiring me to do wall murals, hiring me to do your motorcycle work, your helmet work, your backdrops, all of the motorcycle community, especially in Chicago and all different states, but definitely here in Chicago and the south suburbs. Thank you for the continuous support of the brand. Remember, if you quit, they win. I don't care if you are homeless. I don't care if you live with somebody. I don't care if your car is effed up. I don't care if you're on a bus. I don't care if you ride a bike. I don't care what your situation is. If you quit, they win. Now keep winning. Peace.